Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Tour de France 2020 Pro Team Career Mode. Today it is time for the start of Criterium du Dauphine, but before we start that, let's have a quick look back at the last event, and what an event it was. A real surprise I think for a lot of you guys saying in the comments for Chris Lawless, who won the general classification, the points classification and the young rider classification. It was quite unbelievable. We also got the polka dot jersey as well with Jacobs, and the Brage Cup was an absolutely fantastic event for the team. We managed to get quite a lot of points. You can see with Lawless, he moves to 14th in the pro cycling rankings. So himself and Swift, I mean Swift's not actually scored all that many points this season. It's not been the best season for Ben Swift, but Lawless has really showed his hand as certainly a secondary sprinting option for us. So a brilliant event there in the Brage Cup. Now we've got the Criterium du Dauphine next up. We've got two hilly stages followed by a flat stage and then a time trial, a flat stage again, and then two mountain stages followed by a hilly stage to finish things off. So we're going to rest a few guys here because it's very much the calm before the storm. This is being the Tour de France, of course. So we've got to pick our team. I'll pick our team now. I'm just trying to think who we pick. I think we can't risk Meduas, Gegenhardt, all the usual suspects. But we can't have nobody in the team. We need a few good guys in there, if you like. So I think maybe we put Quintana in there. I think we put Quintana in there. Keep him cosy inside the peloton until the two mountain stages. I think we're going to have to give Swifty another rest. We'll put Marder in there instead. I think Athene's a waste of time. So we'll put Gidic in. I'm not a big fan of McClay either. Does that team work? Does that team work? We've got Gidic, Quintana and Jacobs. And Lord, yeah, I think that team works. I'm happy with that because then our two big men, Van Baal and Meduas, are saved a little bit. And obviously we've got Gegenhardt. Is it Gegenhardt? I think we put Gegenhardt in the team, haven't we? But we can no, have we put... I can't remember who's in the team now. I feel like Meduas, Van Baal and Gegenhardt, none of them are in the team, I'm fairly sure. But crazy how my short-term memory is that awful. But we've got the first stage of Criterium du Dauphine. We are going to have to talk over the sports director here, so I apologise for that. But we'll just do this one stage today because it took us a very, very tough stage to get us started. As you can see, the next stage is even tougher. But we've got a first-class climb before a sprint, a few slight climbs, and then two second-class climbs. It's a real battler, this one is. And I'm looking forward to the start of this Criterium du Dauphine. So remember, if you go and enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, of course, and subscribe for regular Tour de France content.
Hello and welcome to all. With the Puy-Mary ascent in the first third of the stage, some teams will no doubt try to turn the screw in order to shed the fastest riders and avoid a mass sprint in Jussac.
Yes, we haven't picked either of Meduas, Van Baal or Gegenhardt. Just one objective today, and that's to be part of the breakaway with Michael Bierge. But I dispute that a little bit. I don't fancy going for it with Bierge, although to be fair, he's probably the man with the best condition. But in a first-class climb, I just know he's not going to be good enough. So do we go with Quintana? Do we go with Gidic? Do we go with Marder? We're going to have to put somebody in that breakaway. I don't know who to put in, though. I think we're going to put Marder in there. Again, it's a very peculiar start to the Criterium du Dauphine, this is, because it's got a first-class climb very, very early on. So I don't really know how to take that. But we've got Marder making an attack here. Oh god, he's really not the quickest, is he? Definitely feel that he's not the best of riders. But to be fair, we've got some of the best riders on the tour, so if Marder's not quite up to that scratch, then it just makes him average. I don't mind that. But there's two guys with us in the breakaway. Again, we're running out of energy pretty quickly here, but a first-class climb. That's going to split the field straight away. So watch this space. It's a short stage today, but I think it's one that's going to rip the peloton apart straight away. Again, the first stage rarely does this, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. It's a good breakaway we've got here at the front. The problem is that these two guys are putting a really good pace from the start. We're struggling to catch them up. As you can see, our energy is starting to diminish already. So I think we might just have to drop back a little bit here. Again, we've not got our best rider here. That's the problem. Marder's certainly not the best. It's going to be an interesting one. I think this is going to be a little bit different to usual. We've got a good chance to catch these guys up here. There we go. That'll be a bit of a breather now. We can just follow those for a bit. Happy with that. But we've got a really nasty climb in a minute, so it depends how good these two are on a climb. So we're 5k from the top of this big climb, and it's going okay at the moment, actually. We're just tucking in behind Gilbert here. I think all of our guys behind are okay. Again, I don't think there's anybody setting such a good pace. Well, I'll say not a good pace, I mean a quick pace. So, everyone's okay. No one's turned the screw just yet. There's plenty of time for that. There's 4 kilometres to the top with these guys at the front. And I think because the pace is so slow, I'll see you guys a little bit close to the top. Well, this is quite amazing, actually. The peloton's just not going for it at all. They're 3.5 minutes behind us. We got quite a nice decline after this. Yeah, we have. So we might as well go for it. Try and get 10 points here. Again, Marder's not going to be in it, I don't think, for the mountains classification. But he's not done too badly here. No one's forced a fantastic pace. So there's certainly a chance. We haven't really got the best speed, though, with Marder, as you can see. Can't do anything about that, really. Just try and get second. Yep, we get it. Can't argue with that. So we might have a chance in this stage, to be fair, with Marder, to go all the way. I think he'll suffer later on, because he'll be absolutely cream-crackered after this stage. So I think he'll lose all the time he's gained today. But, again, there's a few points potentially for a stage win. Who knows? And as long as the peloton stays how it is and all our other riders stay in there, then, you know, sprinting points and that sort of thing at this stage, I'm not that fussed about. Because there's 8 stages, it's a marathon, certainly not a sprint, and plenty of time to get what we need. We've got the wrong man at the front, really. We've got a really good gap to the peloton still. Only 88 kilometres to go. We come up to the first sprint now. I think it's probably worth... I mean, the problem is we've got Lawless, I suppose, haven't we? Yeah, so... Go for it with Lawless, Bierge, McClay. The other guys are okay not to go with it with. But the peloton's a whole 2 kilometres away, so... It's a really good opportunity, I feel, here. The hardest climb done. Plenty of climbs to go, though. Get a wide entry for this corner. There we go. Then for the next. It's only a short run now. Can Marder get the full 20 points? He can. Lovely. Excellent stuff. Now, realistically, not Jacob, sorry, we're trying to target this classification with Lawless, so let's go for it. He's nicely there at the front. Pace is going to be set quite high here, I can imagine. We'll just try and get some points, though, at least. I know Bierge and McClay are going for it here. Use the other riders as a bit of a block. There's McClay at the front, so we're going to get some points, I'd think, with him. But, come on, Lawless. Lovely. He's turned into a right little sprinter, isn't he? McClay, 9 points. Excellent to see. Like I say, he's turned into a right little sprinter, isn't he? Bierge, 5 points. Excellent stuff. Great stuff. It's a bit strange in some aspects when you enter a stage without having any expectations or not really having a plan. But I think with this team, it's so tricky to have a plan. I think Quintana's our mountain rider, sure, but he's just not in the good condition we need him to be to go for it this early on in the Criterium du Dauphine. And I think we might just have to have him as a second fiddle anyway, because I'd like to use Quintana for the Tour de France. But we've got to fill up the team at the end of the day. It might just be the case that we might have to chill a bit in this event and try and take a few points, maybe try and take a few stage wins along the way, but that might be all we get. But we do lead the climbing classification. No, we don't. We don't lead the climbing classification at all. We lead the points classification with Marder, though. That's not bad. So the peloton's 2 minutes back. They might well catch up towards the end. It depends whether these guys have got much more pace. It's Still another climb to do after this before we get our main feed, but it's not been too much of a challenge so far. I think it's going to take it out of Marder for tomorrow's stage. But remember, I think tomorrow's, if I'm correct, is a flat stage. No, I think it's another hilly stage, isn't it? It's a flat stage on the third day, but looking good to take the point here with Marder. Yep, we do, just. Nearly pushed the... Well, we did push the rest of them out there. Right, let's work with our opponents. Follow a bit. Get our energy back. But yeah, it's looking okay for us here in this stage. Again, you might feel I seem a bit bemused today, because I don't really know what to make of this. It's a bit out of my comfort zone. We've got names that I'm not sure of. I think with the Brage Cup, it's one of those events that, let's be fair, it's quite an easy one to win. But with this, again, I'm not really too sure what on earth to expect here. Fell back a little bit from those guys. That's not too great. But we've got another climb coming up. So let's see what we can do in that. So we've got a third class climb. Then we get our feed. 2 second class climbs, then a sprint to end the day off. It's not going to be too taxing. But yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. So we're a kilometre away then. Another chance for 2 points here. Again, we're not targeting his classification really with Marder, but if there are points to be made, it's particularly to try and get the points off our opponents. That's the aim. I think we'll struggle here to get anything. Could be wrong though. It's going to be tight, but it's going to be between the two ahead. We couldn't do much about that. And it's Gilbert who gets 2 points there. Just feels a bit strange. Just feels a bit strange, this does. But yeah, we'll try and get the most out of the stage. I think the peloton will probably catch up before the end, but if not, we'll certainly try and go for the stage win today. See how we get on. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a little while. What have we got? So we've got a feed, then we've got a second class climb. Yeah, it's quite a testing day, but for some reason it doesn't feel like it at the moment. It feels okay, so I'm waiting for the big bombshell at some point. So, just heard from the sports director that apparently I think it's either this climb or the next climb. I presume it's this climb that's the only difficulty of the day. And as you can see, this breakaway certainly is not going to go all the way. Although it might well go for the next kilometre and a half. So, might be worth trying to get some points here. And then just see if we can react to any breakaways. Again, I just don't know who we go for the general classification with. I really don't. Bjerge, Jacobs and McClay all starting to struggle. Quite unbelievable, really. And I think Marder might be the same here. Yeah, I think it might just be time to take a bit of a step back. I can't see us losing this much time in a kilometre. I think we should just still get 2 points, but we'll let those two go. Get cosy inside the peloton and just be grateful for what we've got at the end of the day. Oh, Gilbert's starting to struggle as well now, so again, we're trying not to blow up before the top. The peloton might well catch up before we get to the top. Looks like they will. Guess it might not be any harm to just put a bit of pace in. I know that we're going to blow up before the top, but again. So there's Gilbert. Gets the 3 points. We get 2. And it should be a case of waiting for the peloton now. But we'll wait for the following group. Again, there's just no point trying to persist now. So we'll just ensure a minimum tempo. Get everyone to follow and just play it cool, basically, from now. I don't think there's any need to be too silly with what we do. You know, Vivella's trying to go for an individual stage win. I can't see it, though. I think this one might well end up in a mass sprint. So, we've got the final climb of the day now. As predicted, the peloton's all back together. We've got Bernal. Nice to see Bernal for the first time this year. So, you know, against these guys, with the team we've got, it's going to be pretty unrealistic for us to go and win the yellow jersey here. Again, if we had Van Baal, Gegenhardt or Meduis, then we might have had a chance. Can't believe we're being swamped here by for Michael Bjerge. Was maybe going to go for something here, but I think we'll just have to take that we'll be inside the peloton. So, again, as long as we don't lose any time, we should be okay here. Just keep an eye on everyone. Jacob's starting to struggle. Oh, Keith Bjerge's red feed. Look at how tricky everyone's finding this. Goodness me.
Score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings.
I think we should be okay. Ah, it's the same climb as before. Right, okay. I think we should stay together, though, in the peloton. Yeah, we will. That's okay, then. No damage done. You can see Quintana is by far the strongest of our guys.
15 kilometres from
And there's 15k's to go now, so Lawless is the man that we want to prime for the sprint.
the escapees.
I think it might be good maybe to get in that break, because there's some big guys going in that break, so I've got a bit of a hunch. He's got a bit of energy as Lawless, been in the peloton all day.
5 kilometres. One man is alone up front.
Well, he's alone up front, but I wouldn't be too worried about that. Marder's coming with us. It's good to see he's following. But yeah, it's going to be a mass sprint, I think, at the end of this stage. And hopefully one that Chris Lawless can be a part of. Amazing how much Jacobs is struggling here. But again, I thought that this stage might well tip the peloton apart. But actually, it's not done that, really. It's not been a problem. But the star of the Brage Cup, Chris Lawless, is the man that we're looking to get some good points with in this final sprint of the day. I don't think he's going to be green jersey material. He was good in the Brage Cup, but surely he won't be able to compete with some of the brilliant men, if you like. I don't know if Sagan's in this, but he's obviously the best sprinter, I think, out of everyone. But, you know, we're in pretty esteemed company here with Lawless. So, you know, we're here. Why not? See if he's got what it takes. If he is the second coming of Ben Swift, we put Ben Swift in this little break. So, you know, there's no harm in going for this. Really isn't. And this might well be where the gaps start to emerge, potentially. Might as well get everyone to take their feed at this point. Wait till a little bit later for Lawless. Obviously, we're on board with him, so we can control him. But looking for some good points in the sprinting classification. And if we can also win the stage, that would be great. Just get some points there. Just to guarantee something in the pro cycling rankings. So 4k's to go. Might as well start to take our feed with Lawless. But as I say, we're in pretty esteemed company here. Ah, we can't take our feed at that pace. That's annoying.
Only 3 kilometres to go for the man at the front.
Well, the man at the front, I had to break it to you. He's not going to do it here. Valverde's gone for it now. We might as well go for this a little bit. Come on, Lawless. Oof, we're being completely outpaced, though, by some of these guys. Just shows who we're up against, doesn't it? Right, here we go, then. We're in a good place, actually. 1.2 kilometres to go. Final kilometre of this stage. I don't think Lawless is going to be able to win it. Yeah, we're going to be outpaced, I think, here. Eye up. Come on. Come on, Lawless. Come on, Lawless. He's done it. Lawless wins the stage. He's the second coming, I'll tell you. He's the second coming of Ben Swift. And to think, if we didn't know, if we didn't use him in the Brage Cup, we'd have never had an idea. I didn't think we had a chance there. But what a performance that was. Wow. 3 guys at the front at the end of the stage, and it's Chris Lawless who wins it. So for the second event in a row, at some point, Chris Lawless is going to have the yellow jersey, and the green jersey, and the white jersey. Wow. I mean, I can't see it staying that way, but what a stage that is. I was not expecting that. That's a really nice surprise. Really, really nice surprise. Let's see what the sports director's got to say about that one.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys.
Alright, we get the same thing all the time now, so I'm getting a bit sick of him saying the same thing. You know, our chances were virtually nil, blah, blah, blah. But what a great win that was. Really great win. We'll have the yellow jersey tomorrow, as he says. McClay was way off the pace. God knows what happened with him, but not too much of a damaging day. Oh, it's a blue jersey for the best climber. Fancy. Not that polka dot stuff. But yeah, I think the Criterium du Dauphine, we won't necessarily go for any of the classifications. I don't think we've got a team good enough to go for that. But I think in this event, we just have to take our chance when we get them, i.e. try and win a stage here and there, try and win a climb here and there. Try and get some points for the pro cycling rankings. I think that's the main objective here, because I can't see us winning any of the jerseys. There's just those 2 mountain stages, and yes, Quintana might be good enough for those, but he's not in the best of condition, and I couldn't risk one of our 3 big guys. But I tell you what, Lawless moves into the top 10. Another 38 points there, and a really good start. So we'll have to see how it develops. In Saturday's episode, we'll have, I was going to say frames number 2. I'm not doing snooker. We'll do stage number 2. I think we'll probably do stage 2, put 3 in there, and then simulate number 4. I'm not really bothered about the time trial, but we'll see how we go. We'll see how I feel when we get to recording the episode. But as you can see, some really tough stages to come. So it'll be exciting, this will. Again, a little bit different. I think our objectives are a little bit different for this one, but still a good opportunity to take some points. Again, apologies if it's a little bit short today, but if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Tour de France content on a Tuesday, Thursday, and a Saturday at 6 PM. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.
But there are ways to surprise the favourites.